Ladies and gentlemen, there's two things I want to explain in this video, and that is the two things that you go through and the two things that happen after a heartbreak, right? So the two things you're going to feel is, first of all, when you go through heartbreak, whenever something catastrophic happens, and honestly guys, I've been through enough where I don't know if that could ever happen to me again. I just don't know. I could be with anybody I feel. I could be with somebody for 10, 20 years and I don't ever feel like it would have an effect like it did in the past. Because it's like that first one where you realize, like, damn, like this shit, I never thought this shit would happen to me, and it did. I just didn't think it would happen to me because I didn't think I'd ever do anything wrong to make that happen, and you know what, I didn't. But things happen, and people in this world are sometimes a little bit messed up, and they do things out of their nature because of their insecurities, because something happens, and you know, you can get very beat up in the dating world. You can. And I want to bring myself back because there's two things that happens in the process of getting your heart completely shattered into pieces, and that is, first of all, it's going to kill you. You get killed pretty much. Your spirit, your heart gets shattered into pieces, you go cold. This is what happens. You feel completely not like yourself. It's a crazy feeling. It's hard to explain. But you do not feel the same. Whenever that happens, you're going to feel very off. And it's hard to cure that unless you get that person back and they take you back and you go on good terms. I believe that does help because, you know, I've been through it and then I've got somebody back and then I got discarded again and then got somebody back. And I feel it does take it away. But that's the only thing. You could date somebody else and it's not going to take that away. So first of all, it's going to kill you, basically. It's going to kill something inside of you. You can get it back over time, but it's going to kill you for a while. You're going to feel not like yourself. And it is what it is, but it happens. And I learned that pretty young. And the second thing that getting your heart shattered into pieces does is it creates an absolute monster within yourself, which it happened to me, and I don't ever want to let that monster get away. I don't ever want to be complacent or ever get still ever again and think, I can breathe now, I have it made, I have it set, I have my person, this, that, and this. I just want to, it's not like I don't want my person, it's just the fact that I don't want to let that monster, I don't want to let that monster go. I want to stay focused, I want to stay consistent. I want to stay on top of myself. I want to stay my strongest self, because I realized at a young age too, it really is just us existing in this world. Everybody is an illusion. You are an illusion. I am an illusion. We are just here for a certain amount of time and we are toast. So you really only got yourself when it's all said and done, and you can share life with other people. You can get a wife, you can get a husband. But at the end of the day, it's still just you. It really do be like that. It really do, because you can lose anybody at any time. Like I said, we're all illusions. We're not here forever. We're really just an illusion. Because we're here now, but we're gone later. It's a crazy thing. So, this is why I know I'll never ever get screwed like I did in the past, because I used to put so much into people that I forgot about myself. I stopped doing things that made me happy when I was making other people happy. So when you lose them, which I did, I lost the girlfriend, I lost all my friends, I lost everything. I'm telling you guys, when I was young, I lost everything. And it showed me that I really only had myself. And that's something I'll never get away from, is myself. I could have a whole damn family. I'm never going to get away from myself. And I'll still play my role as a family man and as a father and stuff like this. But I'll always know that I still have myself. At the same time, I'm still going to do things for myself. I'm still going to work on myself. I'm just never going to forget about me. And I believe it's what everybody has to do. Some people live through their children. Some people live through their families, and I don't think it's healthy. I think it's codependent. I think you're setting yourself up to be very messed up in the later future. I know families right now, I know parents who it's just them now in their house. 2 parents. Father, mother. No children, just them. And their lives, I'm telling you guys, I don't know if I'll say miserable, but it's pretty damn boring and just nothing. Like, it's just nothing. They have nothing to look forward to, really. They don't really do anything. And it's just like, whatever. That's because these individuals live through their children. And I know families like this. I do. And what can you do? You do not do what they did, obviously. You stay focused on yourself, too. It's just a matter of putting in that work. At the end of the day, they're kind of lazy people because it's like they only do something whenever there's certain people's around, but they don't really do anything for themselves. They're not working on themselves. They don't have any goals, really. They're just kind of existing. They're just kind of here. When are you living or are you just existing? Because you should be living life to the fullest as long as you're here, doing whatever you can possible to make life at least a little bit better. You should be enjoying yourself. You should be doing things you want to do. Right? So anyways, this is what I believe that you should do. And when it comes to heartbreak, it will teach you the greatest lessons in life. I became so much better and polished and stronger and more well established as a human being after seeing what is actually possible out there. Because like I said, I was so naive that I never believed something like that could happen to me, and it did. Because I always knew I was a good person. I always knew I would be perfect for a relationship. I would be perfect for my person. I'd be so good that they would never want to let me go. And you know what? I was, and they still let me go. So that just showed me right there. It was not on me. People can really mess you up. People can really screw you over. Friends too. Like, this stuff is very possible. Very possible. It's not a rare thing. And these lessons grew me so much as a person. It made me so independent. It made me so strong. And now I'll be even better for somebody else that is actually right for me. And the same thing goes with you guys. You guys probably went through something in the past that kind of took a piece of you away. But it made you realize what's what. It made you realize the truth. It took you out of this naive world that everything's going to go your way and everything's going to go perfect. We wish it would. We wish it would have gone that way, but it just don't. And that's just life, and we just got to learn and grow from it. And in the end, everything is going to be okay. It's just going to be, no matter what. And, you know, it just goes to show that you have to continue to keep working on yourself. Do the things that you want to do. Do things that fill you up as a person. You should be doing things that make you happy, and that's what I started doing. And I started becoming more alone after this happened, because I realized I was doing a lot of things that I didn't necessarily want to do, and I was kind of doing it for other people. I was living through other people. Not living through them, but just like a little bit of codependency, where it's like you want friends every day. You want to do things that your friends want to do every day. You don't just want to not do that. You want to, because they don't want to do what you do. But I got to a point where I started doing everything I wanted to do, and guess who tagged along? Absolutely nobody. Some people tried for a certain amount of time, but nobody can keep up with Terry Joel Jr. and what he wants to do on a daily basis. That's when you become your own person. That's when you become your own thing. When you do the things you want to do every single day, whether anybody likes it or not, you do what you want to do. People are not going to be tagging along with you, because you operate on a different level. You operate on a different frequency. They can do whatever the hell they want to do. They are not on your level. They are just not. And it's things like this that brought me a lot more peace and happiness. And I truly believe I should have been doing the things that I was doing at a much younger age, but I had to learn my lessons. And I've been doing it right ever since I was about 18, 19 years old. I mean, I was young, guys, whenever bad things was happening to me. I was really young. And even some bad things in between happened in between the age of, like, let's say 19 to 25. Some bad things did happen, but a lot lesser bad things happened. And you got to be grateful for that. There's still bad things that will happen to me. It's just going to. It's not going to be perfect. You're not going to get to a point where everything is perfect. Something bad will happen again. That just, something probably unnecessary. And it is what it is. I know how to deal with anything. It's not even going to be a big deal. There's bad things that happened this year, but it was not a big deal. I don't take things as a big deal anymore. Unless it literally is a big deal. Then that is what it is. But I just don't see how I will put myself in a position where something so bad is going to happen that it's just going to, I don't know, do something terrible. I just don't see it. And that is from strength. That is from experience. That is from knowledge. That is from wisdom. And I share this with you guys. You can become that strong. You can become that wise, that intelligent. And I have, because experience is the best teacher. I had to experience it to actually know it firsthand. And once I know something, I get really good at it. So what did I get good at? Not getting my heart shattered into pieces. Not getting in with the wrong people. I got good at everything that ever screwed me over in the past. Is what I did. I got good at that. It's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. Even if I do get in the mix with a person, I start talking to them for a bit, it's just not going to have an effect over me. Because I'm going to realize what's going on here. And it is what it is. Point blank period. But anyways, guys, these are the two things that happens from a heartbreak. First, you get killed. Second, you become back a cold-blooded monster. And not cold-blooded in a bad way. You're a little more alive now. I become killed but reborn. Reborn like a phoenix coming from the flames. Like on fire. Like I became so much more alive than I've ever been. It reminds me of that song by Eminem, Not Afraid. That song is very motivating and inspiring. I still listen to it the odd time today. And it's something I'll stop listening to for a while, but it pops up out of nowhere again, and it's like, that's an amazing song. And I remember listening to that song when I was in junior high when it first came out. I believe I was in grade 9 when that song came out, and it was crazy good at the time. It still is good. But, things like this, it just reminds me of that song. Eminem is an inspiration. He went through a lot of this stuff too. He talks about the succubus in the song Spacebound. Blood-sucking succubus. And what the F is up with this? You know what I mean? I find that funny because I just noticed that not too long ago because I heard the song again. And I didn't realize it whenever I was young. I didn't know what that meant. I don't even think I understood lyrics all that much whenever I was younger. I understand everything today though. And that just comes apart with growing as a person. But anyways, you guys get the point. So, at the end of the day, guys, this stuff will make you stronger. Be thankful for it. I'm very thankful for it. I feel good. Whatever happened, screw it. I don't care. I'm going to come out better. I'm going to live a better life than all these people. Unless they really change for the better, because I wish they do. I don't wish them bad. But I'm just saying, you can't be doing shit like that and expect to live a positive, good life. Because they're not going to, unless they really get help. Unless they really overcome the things that they did to you in the past. Then they can. Let's hope they can. And we will too. I'm out.